Hey guys, this is Jaden here, and if you guys don't remember, almost 2 whole months ago, I made a video talking about the first episode of Boruto after having randomly watched it that one night. And if I remember correctly, ever since the night I made that video, I had pretty much already reached a full official decision of me not wanting to continue Boruto from that point on. And did I keep my word? No, because maybe like 15 minutes ago, I had just finished watching the second episode of Boruto. And yeah, you see how much of a flip flopper I can be? But yeah, for those who hadn't seen the other video, basically the reason why I didn't feel like continuing Boruto from that point on was because that first episode was such a whatever episode to me. I mean, I know some people really liked it when it first came out over 7 years ago, but for me, it's a really hard episode to fall in love with. I mean, like it's pretty slow and nothing really that exciting happens in it. I mean, sure, you have some cool-ish things going on in the episode, I guess, but not enough for me to think it's worth watching. It's especially not enough for me to want to rewatch it a lot. Like heck, you know those two 1010 Tsukiyomi filler episodes in Naruto Shippuden that they came out with like 9 years ago? Honestly, I think I'd rather rewatch both of those episodes like 10 times before touching that first episode of Boruto ever again. Yeah, I honestly feel those two episodes are more exciting than that episode. And episode two of Boruto, I feel it's pretty much the same, but I guess a little bit better. But yeah, this episode still isn't that great for me. Now, I want to try and be more positive with this episode for a minute, especially since I think it's an all right episode. Now, first of all, I want to say that I definitely prefer the first half of this episode over the second half, even though the second half is where you get to see some action with Boruto. But I like the first half better because you get some nice, pleasant character interactions at Boruto's school, and you get some interesting interactions between Boruto, Denki, who is a character we were introduced to in episode one, and not to mention Shikamaru's son, Shikadai. And I also think that Shikadai's English dub voice is kind of funny since it's basically like a higher tone version of Shikamaru's voice. I thought that was kind of funny, and I think it gave me at least like one or two smirks. So yeah, that's something. And again, there were some cool interactions at the first half of this episode. Like for example, Boruto needing to borrow Shikadai's textbook on the first day of school. I thought that was a good joke. And then later on this episode, Boruto gets into this fight with Iwabi, and Boruto versus Iwabi was pretty good, I guess, but it's a fight that chances are I'll never watch again. I think if there's any reason for me to rewatch this episode, it'd be for those nice character interactions at the beginning of this episode before the Boruto versus Iwabi fight. And yeah, overall, this episode was just whatever. Like basically the same as episode one, but a little bit better, but not by much. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I guess it like barely slides into the 7 out of 10 rating. But then again, like I'll probably never watch this episode again. Like maybe there'd be certain clips of this episode that I go back and rewatch. But yeah, overall, I don't think Boruto needed to exist. I think they would have been better off ending Naruto off with episode 500 of Shippuden with that nice wedding arc for Naruto and Hinata, even if it meant we would have never gotten that cool Boruto movie or that cool Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki fight. But whatever. I don't exactly think the world needs that fight, even though it's a really good fight. But yeah, I don't think Boruto needed to happen. I think they would have been better off just ending Naruto off with Shippuden, or I don't know, maybe doing a different type of Naruto series instead of Boruto. Like maybe do some kind of prequel series, like what my brother Jacob was talking to me about one time. But Boruto didn't need to happen. I know now Boruto has almost 300 episodes, and that's just in the English dub version. There's a chance I'll never continue Boruto from this point on. Although maybe one of these days I'll just randomly watch episode three out of nowhere and do a video like this on it. But yeah, I really don't think Boruto is worth continuing. If you guys are watching Boruto and you think it's a great show, fine, more power to you. But for me, from what I've seen of it, it's a whatever show. I mean, I have some great things about it, like the animation, and I have some cool action scenes and all that. But yeah, overall, I don't think it needed to exist. To be honest with you guys, I think I'd rather keep up with where Adult Swim is at with One Piece than to continue watching Boruto. And speaking of Adult Swim, tomorrow is, of course, Toonami Rewind, so that means they'll be airing episode 33 of the original Naruto show on Adult Swim. And of course, my thoughts video for that episode is coming out, so yeah, more part one Naruto thoughts videos coming along the way. As of right now, I don't feel like watching any more Boruto episodes, as it's a show that might not exactly be bad, but it's a show that I don't think needs to exist. And yeah, chances are I'll never rewatch these first two episodes ever again, with maybe some small exceptions. But yeah, whatever. Neither of these two episodes are worth watching, in my opinion. If you guys want to watch these episodes, go ahead. Go ahead. Maybe you'll like these episodes more than I do. But for me, they're both whatever episodes that are not worth watching. And yeah, they're never going to be episodes I'll watch a million times. So yeah, bye guys. Thanks for watching the vid, and have a happy Halloween season.